If you will come with me into the world of artisanmc, come and see what I have in store. What's good, YouTube? Is me, the Artisan MC, fresh from seeing Wonka. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined, and click the bell so you get alerted every time I go live randomly. So, realize I have a problem. The last two, three movies I've seen, I've nodded off in them. This movie is no exception. Why I nodded off, I don't know. But I did for a little bit, and I don't know how long. Regardless, what I saw of Wonka, which I saw a good stretch of it, and I'm thinking it's the movie theater. I gotta stop going to that theater. I never fall asleep in any other theater, but I've fallen asleep. Every time I've fallen asleep, it's been in that theater. I don't know what the hell the issue is, but it's mostly empty. And they turn on the fucking air conditioning cold as shit, and I start falling asleep. Don't get it. Be that as it may, there are few movies there are few movies from my childhood that really stand out as being influential in a way. That I pulled a lot of stuff out of, a lot of media. One of said movie is the Wonka. Now, I was a fan of that movie when my mother showed it to me for the first time. And I was a fan of the actor playing Willy Wonka, which was Gene Wilder. Love Gene Wilder. Right? And he is one of those actors that have been in a lot of movies from my childhood that I enjoy, that I can quote, and that I just remember with a fondness. And the fact that that movie was so colorful and magical really made it something special to see. And part of it were the songs in it, the kind of whimsical nature of Willy Wonka, how Gene Wilder played him, especially when he got excited. Especially when he got excited. Well, I think this movie with Timothy Chalamet, directed by Paul King, is worthy to be the prequel to that 1971 Gene Wilder movie. I would say that because it captured the same spirit, the same magic that is missing from a lot of stuff. Most namely, missing from Disney properties, which used to specialize in putting that little touch of magic in their productions. It's not there now. This movie has it. Now, I'll tell you off the bat, there is a lot of singing in this. And I say that not that I think people don't like singing, but this generation that is experiencing this movie may not like it. May not for that reason. Because when I hear it, the singing in it at different points and the dancing in it at different points, it's almost nostalgic for me. Even though the movie is new, it's nostalgic in the way of how I remember that character of Willy Wonka. Now, I think Timothy Chalamet did an excellent playing an interesting, passionate, and hopeful character. Was always trying to see, spread joy, spread hope, right? Love people. See how that kind of youthful optimism butts up against established mediocrity. Pretty much it. Because I understand in this world that genius is often misunderstood. And if it is understood, it is roundly rejected and often tried to be destroyed. It is. And basically, what you can see in this movie is somebody who infuses a lot of love, creativity, and artistry into what they do, being set upon by people who have none of that and trying to stomp it out so they can keep their domination of the way things are, not make room for someone to express their vision and how they see taking this form of just making chocolate and elevate it into art. What up, Artie Moore? Yeah, what up, Andre? Yeah, world of imagination. Exactly. And that's the magic of art. That's the magic of what's in this. Because I told you guys from the first time I saw the trailer before another movie I was seeing, I was like, oh, I gotta go see that. Like Timothy Chalamet, right? Like Willy Wonka. I'm watching the trailer. It's like, man, it looks like some different shit going on there. Might be some magic or some stuff. I'm interested in seeing it. And sure enough, in this movie, that's exactly what was in it. There were glimpses of what you would consider magical stuff happening in the show, in the movie. Because, as they said it in this one, Willy Wonka did want to be a magician. He wanted to be a magician. And he married his love for magic and his love for his mother making chocolate together. What up, Joe Herb? So, in this movie, you get Willy Wonka as he comes to this city and wants to open up his shop. And this is after he has traveled the world on a ship. He is young and still idealistic, trusting. You see how different people in this world, excuse me, kind of prey on that, kind of take advantage of it. Before he knows it, is locked into a contract where he's supposed to be working like an indentured slave for a couple of people in this movie. And how he engenders the friendship of other people who were unlucky enough to sign that same contract to help him open his shop, because that is his dream, is to open his chocolate shop in that square with the other great chocolate makers. What you see is that the other great chocolate makers, Slugworth being one of them, while they love his chocolate, because their opinion holds so much weight with people, they try to shit on him. They tell him it's the worst chocolate ever, and they do whatever they can to shut down his business or drive him away. All the way up to the point of paying people to either beat him up, kill him, or poison his fucking chocolate. And there's a scene in this where, one of their schemes comes off pretty well. And it's a really dark scene. And it's one of the few scenes in there where you see Wonka actually a little bit deflated by the situation, wanting to give up in a sense. And it sticks out in my mind because it ends up looking like a black and white scene with just his tall, slender build with the hat and the cane, which is cutting a good silhouette against all this darkness, when the whole movie you've been seeing that his clothing and everything is really colorful. And in this moment, everything is dark. Even his clothes. You can't even see the color of his clothes. And it works towards the mood of what he is feeling at that moment. His colors are muted. His spirit is down. What was just a beautiful moment for him, a moment of realization, is snuffed out. And he doesn't know how to, what to do about it. Now, the performances in this movie were good, and they're good in this way. They're good in a way that people seemed like they were having fun with the characters they were playing. Yes, they played them a little bit over the top, a little with facial expressions and stuff like that, but it sold the campiness in some ways. It completely sold it. And I enjoyed seeing these people who all had really good voices. That was one of the things I was noticing. They had some really good, strong voices. Like, holy shit. For everybody else. Right? That when they got into singing or dancing, you went with it. One of my notes in this movie was that it was fun, it was funny, and it was fun. Yeah, Slugworth is one of the villains in this because there's two other chocolatiers. I'm calling them chocolatiers. There's three other chocolate makers that they all work together. They're competitors, but they are unified in the sense that fuck that Wonka. We don't want his chocolate here, right? So, so I end up having fun and laughing a lot in this because some scenes, some musical numbers and dance numbers were funny. They were fun. It made me think of watching old Disney stuff, like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins dancing with fucking animated penguins and shit. It was fun. It made me nostalgic for that kind of shit. And that's what gave me the thought that Disney doesn't do this kind of stuff anymore. They don't. So I was really enjoying it. I found myself smiling or laughing out loud at little moments because it was just silly and it was fun. And like the fizzy lifting drinks from from the older movie, it gave you those bubbles that made you feel lighter. And that's what I felt watching this movie. I felt entertained. That's why I'm mad that I fucking nodded off. I don't even know why the fuck I nodded off. Because I'm completely into the damn movie. And I felt that goddamn air conditioning come on. So for the most part, the addition of more people of color in this movie is, let's say, two things. Historically, for where they were, maybe there weren't that many black folks there. Movie wise, does it take away from the movie? No, because Wonka is trying to make candy for everybody, the world. He ain't just trying to make it for, you know, one group of people. And he wants to share this, what he's learned from his travels, with everybody. And that's all. Yeah, it's cold where I am too, Toya, but it's not supposed to be cold in the inside of a building with climate control. It shouldn't be cold. I shouldn't have to have a beanie hat on and then throw on my hoodie, throw on the hood from my hoodie at the same time I'm watching this fucking movie. It should be warm and comfortable, not free. I don't know what the fuck their issue is. It's pissing me off because this is the third movie I've seen where you're getting there to watch the movie and then they turn on this cold ass air and I'm falling asleep. Fucking bears gotta hibernate. I ate, I drank coffee and everything else. I go and sit in the movie, and then I'm nodding off from being cold. Stupid ass. So the inclusion of people of color in this, I think it actually worked. It made it more fun. Slugworth in this is a black dude with big bulging eyes. Now, that could be a racist jab, or it could just be that the dude had big bulging fucking eyes. It could be. But in this, Slugworth is a black dude. Oh well. The other two dudes, the other two members of the Chocolate Concordia or whatever the fuck they were called, were some white dudes, and they were shady. Excuse me, but they had good facial expression. They had really good facial expressions that was making me laugh a lot. Character in there was Key from Key and Peele. I'm forgetting his first part of his name, but he was making me laugh because he was playing a police chief, and he was doing this shady stuff to Wonka on behalf of the chocolate people for chocolate. And sure enough, during the movie, you see him getting fatter and fatter because he's been eating so much goddamn chocolate, which is kind of hilarious to me, right? Yeah, Keegan Michael. Thank you, Toya. Yeah, Keegan Michael. He's in this. I wasn't expecting him to be in this shit, but he was in it. He even did some of the musical numbers, which was kind of hilarious. He brought some humor to some of these scenes, right? Also, my boy Rowan Atkins. Rowan Atkins, Mr. Bean is in this. He's funny. Oh, he's been funny forever since Bond movies. He's been funny to me. He was in it and he was fine. They could have had him in it a little bit more, but I enjoyed him. Some of the other characters in it. Oh my God, Mr. Bleacher. Fucking hell, dude. Oh my God, this whole scene where they tricked this woman that's basically holding him prisoner into believing that the dude that works with her is kind of into her, but he's just like a scumblebum, is really descendant of some Bavarian nobleman. And he come in there with his little lederhosen on and stuff like that, trying to be all sexy for her. Ugh, yuck. That shit was too much, dude. I was dying laughing at that shit. I was like, okay, man, that's a lot. Like, why don't you show her some thigh and, and some ankles? Like, what the fuck? That shit was like, ugh, yuck. Look, it's somebody for everybody. Please take that one out the pool. Thank you. What else was there? Hugh Grant in there as a Oompa Loompa. He was actually kind of funny. There was something a little off about the Oompa Loompa thing because I couldn't figure out if it was just his face put on a digital body or was it his head put on a digital body. It wasn't exactly sure about that in the scenes that I saw him in. But it fit into the sense that this is a prequel. This is before Wonka ever had his factory. That I could see you watching this movie and then watching the 71 version and saying, okay, this is just Wonka later on when he wanted to pass it off to somebody else. That's all it was. This one was, hey, this is the kid with the dream who ends up building this factory. And then see the next movie, the 71 movie, as this is the man that was that child wanting to pass this off, all he's built off to someone like him, which would be Charlie. So yeah, that was interesting. Very interesting, a very good nod because even from the beginning, they play the pure imagination theme, but they play it on the piano. There's no words to it. It's just played on the piano, and that worked so fucking well for me because at different moments you hear it really lightly played on the piano, and it works. And if you know the song, you know the song right off the bat. When you hear those notes, you know the song. Like, oh, this is pure imagination, right? But the other songs in the movie that they made for the movie are good. They're good fucking songs. Like, holy shit, this is like the straight up musical stage play. The dancing, the visuals, and stuff like that. So that works. The songs are catchy. There's somebody in there. I'm watching the credits. The movie's over, and they're playing the main song, "The World of Our Own," right? A world of your own. And as soon as the song ends, the dude down below me was singing "World of Our Own." Like it's a catchy fucking song. I was like, God damn, they did a good job. This must have been a Broadway writer who wrote these songs because they're catchy. They fit with what's going on in the story. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a lot. I will possibly have to go back and see it to see what parts I missed. So I'm gonna have to do a double feature and go back and see the boy and the heron and Wonka to see the parts in the middle that I missed at a different fucking theater. So I'm not falling asleep. I mean, yeah, I was on call last night, but I was awake when I went and had dinner and went to the movie. I don't know why the fuck I'm just nodding off in these damn movies now. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. But it was good. I think if you wanted to go during the holiday season, like it's the weekend, you did your Christmas shopping, got out with the family or whatever, and got to get some hot chocolate or some hot apple cider, got some ice skating or some bullshit like that. You can go and watch this movie, and it would fit right in with that holiday vibe of actually, for a little while in life, liking people and believing in something hopeful and magical with people and sharing that with other people. So yeah, I would recommend it. I'd recommend it. It's a good holiday watch. It'll be a good holiday watch. And if you feel some kind of way about it that there's too much singing or whatever, well, grow up. Look, some of my favorite movies got a shitload of singing in it. Like The Music Man got a shitload of singing in it. And I love the hell out of that movie. It's fun as hell. Fun as hell. And basically, for what I've been seeing this year, there's been a couple of good movies that I've really saw, but a lot of shit. I like movies that make you feel good. I really do like the ones that feel good, especially if I can laugh in it, have a good chuckle, and then move on with the movie and leave the movie with a smile on my face. Like, man, that was actually good. I like that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get my ass in here, get showered, and rested because I didn't come home last night because I was on call. So I haven't been home in a day. It was time to get in here and lay this shit down. Thank you guys for showing up today or this evening. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I have been artisanmc, and this was my reaction to the Wonka movie. You should probably check it out. So, see you guys next time. Peace.